Okay, guys, in this video, we are going to evaluate another function. And function is just like instructions. Like imagine you are a programmer, somebody tells you, okay, here is what I want you to do. Anytime you get an input, I want you to square it. Then I want you to multiply it by -9. Then I also want you to take it and multiply it by -2 and finally add them together. All right, so if you had to write down these instructions over and over for each input, that's going to be bad programming, right? So when we given a formula for a function, so in this case, it's -9x squared minus 2x, that's like instructions. For any unknown, this is what I want you to do. Now, if you're wondering what's that mean, x with the 2 on top, that's a power. So x squared means x multiplied by x. So the best way to think about it is imagine you have a square and you want to find the area of a square. So maybe this is 2 and this is 2. So to find the area, this whole thing, you're going to multiply them together, and square is like a square, right? So you have 2 and you're squaring it, okay? And then that's how you get 4. So x squared just means x times x. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on Desmos calculator and let's put this rule in Desmos. What we need to do is replace each unknown, each input, by parentheses wherever it happens. So I'm going to put -9, then I'm going to put parentheses instead of x, then I'm going to square. Now, where is the square? Where the button is right here. So you press that, that's going to square it. Then subtract 2 multiplied by, again, this unknown, this input. So it has to be replaced with parentheses wherever it is. And then for each value, like let's say -2, you stick that value inside the parentheses, okay? And that's how you get the value. So it tells you that that's -32. So what did it really do? First, it took -2 and squared it, meaning that it multiplied it by itself. Well, when negative value is multiplied by itself, it becomes a positive. So this is really a 4. -2 times -2 is a 4. Then it multiplied -9 times 4, and it got -36. Over here, it's 2 multiplied by -2. Well, that answer is a negative. That's going to be -4, and then you subtract -4. So when you subtract the negative, that's a plus. So this is really the same thing as -36 plus 4, and that's how it got -32. Isn't Desmos just wonderful? Okay, now let's find f of 0. So again, replace the parentheses, whatever is inside the parentheses, with 0 now. Okay, and that gave us 0. Why is that? Well, because 0 squared is 0, and also if you multiply any number times 0, that's also going to give you 0. And if you add zeros or subtract zeros, that's going to be 0. So that's the value. And then what about 3? So if you give me 3, what am I going to give you? Well, let's replace 3 inside the parentheses and let's see what happens. Okay, this is -87. That's a lot of computations. So what it's doing is taking 3 and it's squaring it, because the square, the power, is always comes first. So 3 times 3, that's 9. Then it multiplies it by -9. That will give you -81. And then subtract 2 times 3, well, that's 6. So -81 subtract 6, that's -87. That's how it got that answer.